What is up, guys? Welcome back. And it's another episode of the Post Millennials. And we have a guest today. Hopefully it'll be a co-host in some future episodes. But first thing that I wanted to talk about was actually, if you see it here on the screen, let me just cut to it. There we go. So that's Bill Nye, the science guy, right? And basically the tweet is, Ocasio-Cortez gets it. She sees that fear is dividing us. We can address income inequality. We can address climate change if we work together. If we get together and get to work. So first thing, I'm not sure if Bill is actually educated on some of her ideas, like the Green New Deal, which cuts out use of fossil fuels completely in 10 years. Now, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but that's not possible. You see, it's not possible mostly because majority of the oil that is used is necessary, right? And it can't be replaced by other energy. Now, it can be replaced by nuclear energy, but everyone's against that, right? A lot of people are against that. So what can we replace it with? Nothing. So, Bill Nye's not even an actual scientist. He has a bachelor's in science, which is the same thing most teachers have, and I've never personally considered any of my teachers scientists. But anyway, point is, he supports Ocasio-Cortez, but I'd like to show you something pretty interesting. Bill Nye. I put my. There it is. Bill Nye, the science guy, came out with a video talking about all the different genders there are, right? And how it's a spectrum. So let's go ahead and just give this video a quick look.
So, you guys, seriously, this next thing I feel is very special. This is a cool little segment. You know this woman from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Please give it up for Rachel Bloom.
This one goes out to all my bipeds who identify.
I mean, I don't know how much more I have to say, but let's skip through it.
Full of choice, but must I choose between only John or Joyce? All my options only hard or moist. My vagina has its own voice.
I can't believe people were like, oh yeah, because my section.
It's much more than either power bottom or a top off.
Oh my God.
Versatile love may have some butt stuff.
Jesus Christ. These background dancers, you could not pay me enough to be involved with this. So basically, yeah, here it is. Sexuality is a spectrum. Everybody's on it. There's also some pansexual, flirty wood spirit. I mean, oh my God, that's that's an interesting photo right there. Anyway, now that I screenshotted that, I'm a terrible person, don't get me wrong. But yeah, this is just me trying to explain what the world has come to. It's come to Bill Nye, a guy who used to watch to get scientific information that he probably read from a simple book, and so he repeated it to us, and we liked it because he had cool little gadgets and stuff. But now that he's older, he's trying to push an agenda, and that agenda isn't based on science. All I'm saying is that we shouldn't expect Bill Nye to be the pioneer of science. I don't think that's too much to ask for, personally. So basically what I wanted to talk about today was a couple things with my friend Ryan. He'll be getting on soon. I don't know when. But basically he is taking a shower. He's got a rush here. But Bill Nye, yeah. So Bill Nye is basically our new protector of genders. Personally, I only believe that there are two genders, and they are linked to sex, no matter how you look at it. You can say, oh, other cultures have had different experiences, but quite frankly, I'm not going to put up with that BS. So I'm going to go on a break, and at 8 o'clock, I'll be back, and hopefully my friend Ryan will be on with us. So I'll see you guys after the quick break with my friend Ryan. All right. So welcome back. My friend Ryan is not here yet. He's not even responding right now, so I don't know what's going on over there. But I'm not going to leave you guys waiting really long. If you're watching this after, which you most likely are. Oh, alright, cool. So Ryan's actually ready. So I'm actually going to give him a call. So, yo. Your audio has just been turned on right now on the Post Millennial.
Yo, what is up, the Post Millennial? Hello, stream.
We're gonna get you up. Hold on, give me a sec.
Get me up on there, dude. Can I pull it up so I can see?
There it is. Yeah, you can pull the stream up, dude. You're up.
Let me pull it up.
All right, yeah, you're looking slick, man. So how's
the day, bro?
Dude, it's going good, dude. How about you, man?
It's good. It's a good
day.
Yeah,
you been keeping up with any of the news lately?
I really actually have been kind of out of the loop lately, bro. What do I need to know?
I mean, I think it was like last week or the week before. It was like the Cohen's second hearing where, like,
I did not see the second hearing.
We watched some of it in class, and I tried to watch it in school. Get this, dude. This is such a bullshit. And I'm actually gonna talk about this later, like at the end of my podcast.
Okay.
Dude, they friggin' blocked Cohen's hearing.
What do you mean they blocked it?
They blocked it. Like, it was like live streams on YouTube, and they just blocked it all. They tried like 6 different streams.
Why didn't they want people seeing it?
Dude, I don't know. I feel like, alright, like, alright, so you know Alex Jones, like the guy who's like, oh, they're turning the frogs gay.
I know Alex Jones. Yeah.
Right. So I go on, I wanted to go on his website, right, to see some of his stuff, because he was just on Joe Rogan, like, last week. Right?
I did watch that episode.
Yeah, it's like a really good episode, right?
It was a good episode.
Yeah, so I go to InfoWars, and it's blocked. It's completely blocked. And I like to watch during study hall. I like to watch Ladder of Crowder. Yeah, right, you know I love Ladder of Crowder, right?
Wait, you're saying that Joe Rogan with Alex Jones on it was blocked?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
But Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, the Canadian guy.
So I watched Jordan Peterson. But InfoWars was blocked.
That's really weird.
Yeah, and the Cohen hearings were blocked. So I like to watch Ladder of Crowder at school.
Okay.
And and I was like sitting in a study hall on one of the computers in the library, and there was an entire class behind me, and I was like, and I like had my headphones unplugged just a little bit. And I was like watching Ladder of Crowder with oh, why did I just forget his name? Alex Jones, right?
Yeah.
He says like crazy stuff. So my headphones are just a little bit unplugged, and Crowder always shows like a preview of the interview, and all he hears, I'm saying there's interdimensional demons.
Oh my
out loud in the library from the computer, and I just pause it.
Gosh.
And like everyone in the library just heard interdimensional demons blast out of my computer from Alex Jones.
Everyone's like, "What is GB into? What is this guy like?"
It was so funny. It was literally.
This sounds hilarious.
No, but I was like, oh, what crap? What did I do?
What a crazy guy, huh? Interdimensional aliens communicating with the elites, telling them how to move the world forward. What do you think about that?
Dude, some of his stuff I get.
That's kind of crazy.
I feel like, it's not like the frogs gay thing. He was actually like semi-right about this. Like, I can bring this up if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll see it.
We'll switch to reaction cam, and we'll get a thing going right here. Alright, so you should be back up. There you go. Alright, so like it's what is it, something frogs with what's it called? Alazine or something. Alright. Frogs, I'm gonna put frogs gay from AL and see what comes up from that.
Alright.
Yeah. Altrazine, so frogs altrazine, and I don't think it's technically making them gay. Yeah, so here's Berkeley. like all right, so we can definitely trust Berkeley.
Here, send me the link of the website you're on, so I can look at it too.
Sure. So basically, pesticide atrazine can turn male frogs into females. So it's not actually turning them gay, but it's literally changing their sex.
Their sex. That's weird.
Yeah, so like it turned emasculating 3/4 of them, turning 1 in 10 into females, according to a new study by the University of California, Berkeley biologists. About 75% that are chemically castrated are essentially dead because of their inability to reproduce in the wild. So literally,
Wow.
so he was exaggerating, right, saying turning the freaking frogs gay, but actually he was.
It's
right.
just him being, yeah.
He was just being
It's just him
crazy,
saying
but
stuff.
he wasn't.
Exactly.
He wasn't like completely wrong. And
He wasn't
that's-
wrong. Yeah, he was on the right. He
Right.
was on the right like track.
Right, yeah. So like it makes me want to check out some other stuff, and that's why I was kind of going to like I obviously know like
Infowars.com.
yeah, Infowars.com. We're plugging for Alex Jones. Never thought I'd be saying this, but basically it made me want to check out some more of his stuff. So I went and checked at school because I like finished all my homework.
Okay.
And I just wanted to go check it out, and it's blocked, man. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy how like the public school system is literally like we're told that
They don't want you to see it.
Yeah, it's literally we're told that in public schools we have no rights. It's crazy. It's crazy how
You have no, dude. I remember back in high school having literally no, dude. You have nothing. You have nothing.
Dude, it's kind of even worse. Like you've been to college, right? It's probably actually like worse in colleges.
Colleges actually, or at least the community college I'm at, they don't strip you of your rights. So pretty much like they can't search your cars. You can say whatever you want in class and not like be expelled and like stuff like that. Like you actually, it's not as bad, in or at least my experience so far in community college.
Yeah.
Which is crazy though, because I'm in Cali and trust me, there's a lot of people that are only thinking like
Well,
most of the people I'm around, they're only thinking one way.
Yeah, I gotta find the study. I think there's like certain number of number of schools with conservatives. Like the numbers of schools or percent of conservative teachers. So it's like incredibly low. This is December 12th, 2017. I don't it's Edu Week, so I don't know if it's a trustworthy source, but I'm going to take a look through it.
Yeah, let's just look through it.
Yeah, it's always yeah. All right, so 41% of responders, 41% described themselves as Democrat, while 30% said they were independents. Just 27% were Republicans.
Wow.
Half the responders voted for Democrat Hillary Clinton in 2016. Another 29% voted for Trump. 13% selected a third-party candidate. That's pretty it's pretty weird, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I mean, I've definitely noticed that.
Oh, shit.
I've definitely noticed that in school. Like my teachers, or my professors, I should say, they definitely take the college system as a way to like further their beliefs and stuff, and like teach kids what they think. Because I had a political science teacher that instead of like just teaching us about the different like political things and whatnot, like the parties and whatnot, he just told us what he thought was good and bad about each of them. I mean, that's not really, I don't know if I'm wrong there, but I felt like in my political science class, I really probably should have been just learning about what they were actually like,
You're right.
instead of learning what was like good and bad about them, you know? Like,
Yeah,
like
well,
he was talking about how like capitalism is bad and like all this stuff. I'm like, dude, just teach me what it is. Like,
Well,
I don't
I
care
was
what your
yeah,
opinion is.
yeah. I was gonna tell this story later in the podcast, but I think this is like a pretty relevant story. So you know, like the I forget what the act was called. I mean, everything slips in my mind, but it's like the infanticide one, right? Is that what it's called?
And what, when you kill kids?
Yeah, like you can't like the whole you can't have like third trimester abortions or something like that. It was either third trimester or whatever.
Post birth.
Right, yeah, post birth, right? And when that was the whole thing was in, that freaking took so much out of me when that didn't pass. That like
Well, dude, think about how like evil that is that you don't pass that.
No, that's crazy. That is so
Like-
crazy.
Like think about like in your heart, you're sitting there, you're like, okay, so this bill, like put yourself in their position. You're like, okay, so this bill would make it to where this baby that is a failed abortion actually has to be taken care of like a normal baby born normally would. So it's getting IVs, it's getting nutrients, it's getting all those things it needs, it's surviving, you know?
Right.
But like you're sitting there and you're like, fuck it, let the baby die. Like,
No,
is that
yeah,
really what,
totally.
like,
No,
is that really what we
yeah.
think?
So I was in
Like-
class, and they were asking us about the Cohen, like the Cohen hearing that was coming up. Literally,
Okay.
like 2 days ago, they voted on this and voted no. And we're not talking about that. You're telling me that in public school, we're not going to talk about the
Yeah.
fact that you can now or you can't, but that they're setting it up so that you can kill babies post birth or in like third trimester. Like, it's ridiculous. And
That's insane.
yeah, so I said that. I said, I can't focus on this hearing. I go, what? Why are we talking about this hearing when there are laws being turned down that protect babies that survived an abortion? And first, I typically never yell at my teachers. I try not to.
Okay.
I've done it a couple times.
Try to be respectful,
right.
yeah.
But this teacher goes, well, actually, what the bill did was saying that you would have to help that baby as if it was born naturally, and you cannot kill the baby. But the point isn't that you can you're not killing the baby. You can't stab the
You're
baby,
letting it
obviously.
die.
You're letting it die. You're not
It's
stabbing
a choice to
which
let
is,
it die.
To me, just as bad. Like, I think it's Florida that has like the law
Well,
that
it's just as bad.
no, it's just as bad. So like, it's like Florida, like where the law is if you watch someone die and don't ask, like, call for help or make any effort of help, you're not guilty of anything. I think that's sick.
I think that's kind of sick too. Like, you should definitely be helping.
Yeah, that we're encouraging people to just sit there and watch someone die or get raped or get hurt in any way. It's kind of crazy to me.
And then not report it. That's so
it's
sad.
That's
dude.
literally crazy. I don't know if it's Florida. Like, don't quote me. I'm just saying. I think it's Florida. There's probably a couple other states with it, but that's just insane. So like
That is kind of insane, honestly.
So what you're saying is people are like, oh, but you can't kill the baby. It is the same thing to me to watch.
What did your
someone
classmates
die.
think?
My classmates were all turned around and asked me questions. Kids in the front were like, wait, what's going on? And I told them, and my teachers probably didn't like it because abortion is such a taboo. Teachers don't want to talk about abortion.
Teachers don't want to talk about
I don't think my teachers are bad people, and I don't think that they want 900,000 babies to be aborted every year. I don't think that's what they want. But I also don't think they want to talk about it in front of a bunch of 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds and have all this commotion go on. But I go, does anyone But I go out in class because they're not going to censor me. They're not going to say, oh, stop that, because this is a class about politics. So, so I go, yeah, do you guys actually know how an abortion is performed? And there's different ways for different types, obviously.
We're talking a common abortion. Like, if you just go in, you need a normal abortion.
Depending on how late you are, right? They will cut off the legs and the arms and crush the head and pull it out.
That's disgusting, bro.
Yeah. And have you ever seen, like,
I can't imagine being an abortion doctor, bro. There's got to be something fucking...
Well, the thing about an abortion doctor, I don't think you need to be a special, I don't think you have to go to school for that. I'm pretty sure you don't.
Probably not. People have been doing back alley abortions since the 50s, dude. Like, probably way earlier. Like,
oh, yeah, totally.
That's just when we started hearing about it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, though. Because, remember, we weren't alive for this, but, there's, the safe, legal, and rare. Right?
What is that?
Safe, legal, and rare. So I think it was Bill Clinton was like, oh, we want abortions to be legal, safe, and rare. So safe, legal, and rare. And we want them to happen very uncommon. We want them to be safe so no one dies. And we want them to be rare. That was a compromise between the people who were pro-life and people who were pro-choice. But what ended up happening is now that there's 900,000 abortions every year, there are literally more babies killed in 1 year than, I think it's drug overdoses, car accidents, and gun deaths, including suicides, which is more than half of them.
Dude, that's
times 4. Dude, it's literally
that's troubling
4.
Right there. Like, that's troubling. Like, that hurts hearing that.
Literally,
like, that's not something that's not good, bro. I mean, that's a serious issue.
If you want, and then people are like, every time you get in the argument, goes, what about the girl who's been raped? Go, well, do you think that anyone should be able to get it? Yes. Well, then why are you asking me that? That's not the compromise.
I'm not talking about a girl that's getting raped. I'm talking about a woman that, 3 months in, is like, I really don't think I'd be able to take care of this baby.
Later than that.
I feel like that's
did
just
an undercover
what people
thing.
think is normal.
It was 32 weeks or something like that. It was literally 8 months.
Well, that law, third trimester abortions, literally, that means if the baby's coming out of the womb, you can kill it. Yeah. As long as it's not born, and then once it's born, you can just let it die. You can't kill it, but you can let it die.
There's a video of the Virginia governor. I'll pop that up.
I've I've seen this, dude. This is a good, yeah, dude.
Dude,
He's
the
talking
Virginia
about.
governor.
Did you
yeah.
see? Did you hear what Alex Jones said about the governor, the Virginia governor?
Oh, what, that he was like harvesting organs and stuff?
No, Alex Jones think the only reason that that the blackface scandal came out is because he leaked the information that New York was doing this.
All right, so we're gonna I'll share my screen with you. I won't share audio because that'll pull it away from the thing.
Yeah, no, don't do
All
that.
right, yeah, so.
Because I've already heard this, so it's all right. I know what he's saying.
Yeah, here it is. So you guys can hear it on stream.
Here's what Virginia's governor.
That's the more important part. Yeah, let's make sure the viewers can hear it.
The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired, and then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mothers.
Now, Senator Sassis.
All right, so basically what he's saying, and he did try to come out and say, yeah, he did come out and try to say, oh, I meant only if it was disabled physically or was disformed. He used the word, right? That's a starting point. Safe, legal, and rare was a starting point.
Here's the thing.
900,000 in.
I really hate the argument that says, what if you know the baby's gonna have like a mental illness or like a disease or something like autism?
Right.
Does that mean we can just go around killing autistic people?
No,
like,
of course. They're not less of a human.
They're not less of a human just because they might have like a disability. Like, I know it might be harder on the family and stuff, but that person is still gonna have a life. It may not be like.
I can almost guarantee that if you asked a family with a kid with autism, if they would kill their child, I guarantee they would say no. They say no. We love
Yeah,
them.
like if they have, yeah, say I love them. And if you ask them, knowing this is how your kid would be, would you go back and have an abortion? They'd be like, I have an amazing kid. That's awesome, and has his like own unique view on the world. You know, like it's fucked. He hasn't like, it's not awesome, obviously, but like,
yeah, but like
life is really special, bro. Like,
yeah, but like,
and just ending it is
dude, crazy.
fucking crazy.
No, but like to get back onto like the teacher's line, I had a encounter with an old teacher of mine. So I think it's a pretty common fact known in the U.S. The U.S. has regained its #1 spot in list of economies.
Okay, good.
Right, I think it was like 2017, maybe it happened, first time in forever. Maybe it might have been 2018.
For a long time.
Yeah, since 2008, I think. So that's like 10 years, right?
10 years. That's a long time.
Yeah. So basically, I was out with my mom, and we were downtown, and my teacher saw me, and she walks up to me. She goes, "Oh, what have you been doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm taking an econ class. You know, I'm like trying to learn about the U.S. and economy and politics and all that sort of stuff." And she was like, "Oh, what have you learned in econ?" I'm like, "Well, I've actually learned how fast our economy has grown in the last couple of years, and how we used to be on top, and then we lost it, but we've regained it, luckily, and that we're like 20 times stronger than the Chinese government." And it says this in our econ, but could be a lie, but I'm sure it's not. And she goes, "Oh, we don't have the strongest economy." I go, "How so?" And she goes, "Oh, like Norway," I think she said, or something like that, has the strongest economy because they have a oil that's distributed amongst the workers. You know, what does that have to do with anything? And she's like, "Oh, well, their economy's stronger." No, it's not. It's nowhere near. They're like 19th in PPP. Which
Their
is
GDP,
like,
yeah, like come
there's
on.
PPP and GDP, and their PPP, which is just like it's like spending in relation to how much you bring in, right? Is lower than ours, I'm pretty sure. And it could have changed. These things change, but it was lower than ours. Plus, their GDP was lower than ours. Obviously, their GDP is going to be lower. They have less people.
Because they have less people.
Right.
We're bigger. Yeah.
But the way GDP works isn't necessarily, per capita. Because obviously there would be countries a lot stronger than us if it was per capita. I mean, our standard of living is incredible. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to fact check myself on this, but I think there's like a tax in Germany just for being under a certain age.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm because first off,
so your parents have to pay it when they claim you as a dependent, or what? How do you get taxed on being a certain age? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the way it works is it's kind of a way of it could be, I could be incorrect. But there's like a tax because you get free school and stuff. They gotta pay for it some way.
They gotta pay for it somehow. True.
Tax. I think it's tax for under 24. Under 24, Germany. I could be wrong. So they have the average tax rate is 25%, 5.5% solidarity surcharge. Yeah, but I could be completely incorrect about this.
Where'd you hear this?
I heard it from Sven Computer. He used to work at Crowder's place.
Okay.
But I'll check it. You can check my Twitter. I'll link it in the bio when this is uploaded. I don't have time to do that right now, but I'll put my the show's Twitter and I'll tweet out the source if I can find it. If I can't find it, I'll admit that I was wrong. Because obviously I'm not going to claim something that's not true. But anyway,
sure,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah. But I heard that, and that would be crazy. I mean, because first off, it is very expensive in a lot of these European countries when it comes to taxes, and a lot of Americans do not want to pay tax. So we have a kid. This I can verify. This is not my quote. But we have a kid from Denmark. His parents are doctors.
Okay.
Both of them, and they make. I don't want to say their income.
Probably a lot.
Yeah. They get no, not comparative to the U.S. by any means.
Oh, like they're living in Denmark. Denmark.
Yeah, no, they are from Denmark, but not comparable.
Well, I mean,
but
like,
their income is not comparable to the U.S. because we get paid more. I mean, that's pretty well known. And they get paid. They get taxed at 51%.
51% of their income
51% of their income
is taken.
is taken.
Oh, dude, I'd be pissed. Dude.
Literally, they get less of their income than the government. And I don't think it's marginal either. I don't think it's a marginal tax. So I don't think it's 51 up to a certain point. I'm not sure. But he's like,
well, this is why I'm not from Denmark, GB.
Yeah. And anyway, he goes, oh, whoa, but we have free healthcare. We have free college. Oh, really? You have free college for everyone? Well, no, not for everyone. Do you know how
Not for everybody.
Yeah, right. No,
For the people that qualify.
You gotta be smart. Yeah, they literally in some countries, Germany, they do this. They literally segregate like schools. Like there's schools literally separated by intelligence. And
Oh my gosh! Like you have to test
like an
into the
upper
school.
level school, which is kind of like a private school, right?
Yeah.
And then
private
they
school.
send you right, and they send you to this school. And then you could go to college. But the other kids can't. But apparently they can take a test. But the test is rigged against you. If you're in school not learning the stuff to prepare you for this test to get into college, you're going to have trouble. And then you're going to have to pay money to get tutoring. And if you don't make it, it's a bummer. And I'm guaranteeing you most people who want to go to college can't because they can't afford something about it. So it's just kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they say, oh, yeah, healthcare for all, college for all. It's not college for all. Don't call it that.
It's misleading.
It's totally
misleading. Yeah, so anybody that hears that and doesn't know is immediately misled. They think, wow, that sounds like a good thing.
And not to mention the quality of healthcare. I mean, all right, so there are problems with the U.S. healthcare system. I think it's personally...
Yes.
I personally think it's not a free market. It's not at all. It's clearly not.
It's not.
At all. So I think you need to loosen up restrictions.
Yes.
And that would totally help.
Yes.
And I also think that people... as a unit, as like a country, we should be dumping these healthcare companies because these healthcare companies are encouraging the hospitals. They put huge markups on products so that they can pull money from these mega corporations, but they don't realize where the money comes from. It comes from us, right? And I think that also comes back to immigration, who they're using the emergency room and then not paying because they don't have social security or anything to track them down.
That's a serious issue. Like when I spent time in San Diego, bro, it's an issue. Illegal immigration is an issue. Yeah. Like being that close to the border, it's an issue, bro, for sure.
I think
it's not something to like brush off.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure like the stat is like between like 4 million and 11.5 million.
I thought it was upwards to 20. Are you talking about illegal residents in the U.S.?
Yeah,
I think it's upwards to 20. No, let's look it up.
Yeah, I'll
bring this up.
Yeah, sure. I'll put it on the stream. Reaction. Here we go. So, how many illegal aliens? I mean, I know we almost caught 1 million on the border this year. I think.
Yeah, it is 11. You were right.
Yeah,
that was 2014 though.
2014. It's definitely gone
estimated.
down. I'm gonna say.
Estimated.
I'm definitely gonna say it's gone down. Yeah, it's obviously estimated because these people, are undocumented. And how many
Yeah,
of them...
well, you
what
can't
I really
count
want to
it,
know
yeah.
is how many illegal aliens are on welfare. I don't know if you can get that stat. I put 2 L's in aliens. 63 of non-citizen households access welfare. So, that's great. So let's...
That's a lot of...
Let's go to our little
That's
calculator
like
here.
6 million, dude.
So it said 11.5, or was there a scale?
Yeah,
Was there a
11 and a
scale?
half.
11.5. All right. So we'll go with 11.5 million. So what? That's 11.5 million. That's 11 million. We're just gonna go with 11 million. That's cool.
That's fine. That's fine.
Alright.
It's for all intents and
Times-
purposes.
right.
this works.
So 63%. All right. 63.63.
0.63.
That means that there are 6,900,300. 93.
90.
You see the number.
930,000,
I can't
G.
speak.
6,930,000.
930,000. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. It's actually
That's a lot
insane.
of money, dude. Think about
That's
how
a
much
lot
that
of-
costs, dude.
I mean, I'll say,
What do you think what do you think
Oh.
the average for that for each of those 6,930,000? How much do you think each of those costs, like the average American, for like each one of them?
Well, I don't. It can't cost that much. Oh, it's got to cost
I mean,
like
for each one of them.
$2,000 per, easily. Just not
That's a lot of
per.
money, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
What does the person receive on welfare? You can expect an average of 300. I'm gonna assume this is a month.
I would assume it was a month.
300. So let's go 300 times 12. And that gives us 36. So let's go here. Times 3,000. So this is how much money it costs. So here is 24 billion just for illegals. You know how much the wall was supposed to cost this year? This is per year, by the way, folks. So the
Dude,
wall,
we gotta have done our math wrong because that's such
no,
a big number,
it's
bro.
24,948,000,000, right? I believe that's correct. Yeah,
Dude.
it's about right. I mean, if it's $300 a month, it's definitely not less
No,
than $300.
we're right. The sad thing is we're not wrong, bro.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
then you
fucking-
think about how much the wall cost was it?
It's like 5 million. 5 million?
Well, no, it was not million. It was like 5 billion he wanted, I think, this year.
Oh fuck! I mean, that's not.
But
that's
either
like
way,
0.02% of the budget, dude.
I just got a message. Read the chat. Do you have access to the chat right now? Because I can't.
I can pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up because I can't actually look at the chat because then it'll take you off the screen.
All right, Senior Brad has a question.
All right, what's the question?
I don't know. He says he has a question, but he doesn't ask the question. Are we throwing it into some Q&A action in the
Yeah,
chat?
we'll throw it into some Q&A questions in the chat.
I'll let you know when somebody asks a question,
Yeah,
and we'll go ahead
sure.
and we'll
But anyway,
take
you look at the
it.
you look at the wall. I mean, there's
Dylan
still
Langford
9.
has a question.
Cool. What's the question?
Dylan Langford says, Ryan, let's play H1 after the Post Millennial. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass because after the Post Millennial, I have to eat dinner. Like really soon. I only have a couple more minutes, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to stay on air until my mom calls and says, "Where are you?"
Yeah, no, I'm definitely saying that this is and that's a huge problem. That's clearly
That's a
very
huge
big
number,
problem.
bro.
Yeah, that's 24 billion. So it's actually really like 25. So 25 billion. I mean, that's ridiculous. Current like I don't
Senior
know.
Brad has a question. He says,
Sure.
"Do you think abortion should be legal?" What do you think, GB? I think everyone already knows your opinion.
I mean,
but
there's a lot of people, honestly, there's a lot of people more conservative like myself who are not willing to negotiate anymore. I think I'm still willing to negotiate. I think I still have enough faith in people that if they're educated, they'll be willing to negotiate.
Mhm.
So, I think it's like less than 1% of abortions are rape. So I'd let those slide.
Of course. Well, I mean,
and,
I think
and if the mother's in danger, I'd
Yeah,
let those slide.
I think those are like the two, right?
And if the baby is gonna die at birth, I think that's okay. If there's any way we can do it faster without, having to crush the head of the baby when it feels pain.
That's so fucked up, dude. Oh my god.
It's so messed up. So honestly,
Ripping arms and legs off.
I don't think it
crushing
should be
the head.
considered a choice or healthcare. It's not healthcare. And I don't think it should be paid for by taxpayers. And I think it's in Texas. They only have to pay in Austin, I think, is $1 rent for their facility. Owen Schroyer, he works for InfoWars, did a speech there, and he was saying all I'm wanting to ask, and it shows you how even though we have a conservative, he's not even really a conservative, in office, Donald Trump, how little we really control a lot of things. Because they wouldn't even charge rent to Planned Parenthood, which is terrible.
That's terrible. Oh my god.
It's $1.
Holy shit,
It's like $1 a year or $1 a month. Either way, it's $11 difference. Who cares? And that's ridiculous. So I honestly think it could be legal for certain situations. I'm still going to negotiate. That might change soon.
So you do not believe abortion is a human right?
No, not at all.
Not at all. All right, yeah, not at all. Cool.
A human right isn't killing another human.
Isn't that crazy? Like, that's an argument I've seen, though. I've seen, like, abortion is a right. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
No, I totally
I don't really agree.
Right, no, I totally agree. I mean, to say that it's a human right, it's kind of ridiculous because you're taking another human's life away. And I understand, but is it a human right to protect yourself? There's a big difference between protecting yourself and harming someone who has committed no crime yet.
They can't even defend themselves, dude.
No, they literally can't defend themselves at all, and it's kind of this weird situation where people are like, "Oh, but they're harming the mother's life." Listen, I'm not saying, "Hey, be abstinent," but I am saying every time you get in bed with someone, you're
assuming the risk.
Yeah, exactly. You know what could happen, and you should take that straight. Like, that should be maybe the last thing you think about, sure, but you should still think about it and say, what am I going to do if I have a kid? And you got to say, you know what? I'm going to be there. I'm going to teach the kid not to make the same mistakes. I mean, I don't think it's a terrible thing to go ahead and have sex. I personally wouldn't do it, like, outside of the confines of a relationship, but don't act like it's not your fault when it goes to hell.
Yeah.
You know?
I definitely think, especially, like, with like, abortion, I feel like we're going in a direction where everybody's just trying to, like, lose personal responsibility. Like, people are just, like, finding ways to where they don't have to be responsible for actions and stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, like,
yeah, exactly.
Dude, they're, like, I know it's not, like, ideal, but abstinence is possible until marriage. There's contraceptions. Like, dude, there's ways, like, every time you, like, have sexual relations with somebody, you're assuming the risk that you might have a child with that person. And I also don't think that, like, gets the guy off the hook. I think it's just as evil for the guy to dip on a girl if, like, she gets pregnant. Yeah, like, I think that's just as bad. I'm not trying to take the responsibility away from guys. I'm not trying to take that either away. Because I think everybody should be responsible. Like, if you do something, you are responsible for the outcomes, you know? Like, you can't just, like, abort and get, like, I don't want to deal with it, you know? I just think that's wrong. That's just my opinion.
I mean, men who walk out on their children are some of the most disgusting creatures.
Yeah, dude, I can't imagine that, dude. That's terrible.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you need a father is so important in a young boy and a young girl's life, and I think most people who have their father in their life are very grateful, whether you disagree with them or not. I mean, I'm grateful to have my parents in my life, and I'm more fortunate than others to have that. But some people don't have that fortune, and it sucks for them, but it affects them in a big way, and sometimes they don't even realize. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, some people just don't see the effects. Some people just don't understand or care, for that matter.
Or care, yeah. A big thing is the caring, bro. It's like, put yourself in that position. You might not understand, bro. It's definitely extremely important, in my opinion, to have a man and a woman taking care of their child.
Oh,
like, I think that's
110%. Like,
dude, we are, like, look at the animal kingdom, bro. It's like how it's supposed to be. Like, we shouldn't try to, like, stray away from that. I don't understand. We should not try to stay away from that. That's literally just how it is.
Yeah, I definitely think it's, like, important, especially, like, when it comes to, like, relationships, because relationships are a big part of this whole thing. I mean, I don't think, personally, I'm not, you know, I can't speak on behalf of everyone, but I don't think it's very hard to work a relationship. I mean, all right, so there's things that men can do. Men can be more sympathetic Men can be more open. A lot of men like to shut themselves down. I do it all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
But they don't want to be that emotional support, or even if they want to be emotional
They don't know how.
supportive, yeah, they don't know how, or they won't express their emotions, because that's just
Mm-hmm.
as important. You know, a girl's not going to want to express emotions to you and have empathy from you if she doesn't know you can experience those same emotions, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there's still things that girls can do as well. Like, girls can be, a lot of girls, they like to be very passive-aggressive, or they don't like to say what they want directly. Men don't work like that. We work on commands. If you say, I'm cold, get me a blanket, we can go and get you a blanket, we're going to be so proud of ourselves that we made you happy. But you say, oh,
Yeah.
man, it's cold in here, we're not going to figure it out. Or just not. We're not thinking
Or
like that.
yeah, we're not
Like,
thinking
we're sitting,
like that. We're like,
Owen Benjamin was like using that exact same situation, the comedian, and he goes, listen, I don't know if this was quote, I think I was doing this like another sketch, but he was like, I'm sitting on the couch thinking, why doesn't glue stick to the inside of a container? Right? I'm not thinking about, oh, she wants a blanket. That's not what's going into my mind.
it's not. Like,
not.
It's just a fault of the man, dude. That's just how it is.
Yeah,
though.
that's
Like,
just how it is. You know? And
That's just how it
I think,
is.
I think a problem is also that men take it a lot. I'm not saying yell at women when they do this. I'm not saying be rude or anything. I'm just saying. I mean, there's things that both can do. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not a one-sided
I would agree.
argument. Yeah. But it's a interesting world that we're starting to form in. I mean, it's very
GB, this has been some very, very fun discussions here, and I think a lot of good things have come about and been said. But this is about the time where I think I'm gonna have to get off air.
Well, Ryan, we're gonna wish you a good day, and I'm gonna fade out to the break, guys. Ryan, you want to shout out your Twitter or anything?
Not really. I mean, my Twitter's cooped413 COOPED 413. You guys can follow me if you want. I don't know. I don't really tweet, but
Alright, guys.
whatever.
Alright,
Thank you,
guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. Hopefully we'll have Ryan and hopefully some other people on just to talk about anything, video games, UFC, whatever's on. Today we took the topic of abortion, relationships, and the economy. Alright, I'll see you guys after the break for my closing remarks. Alright, see you guys. Alright, guys. So far, I think we've had a pretty fun stream. And I think that the discussions were healthy and good. And hopefully one day I can get some opposition on people who disagree with me and want to argue against. But what I really just want to talk about now, and this isn't going to be long or anything. I mean, the stream will probably be over by 56 minutes in. But there's a lot of people especially like in the school system, and they either do one or two things wrong when it comes to talking about politics. And especially this is relevant in my school, clearly. Teachers are expressing political views more than ever. Teachers are pushing down agendas more than ever. And there's less and less of a discussion going on in school. I've talked to some of my teachers about their opinions. And usually they're not that far to the left or to the right. But what I do tend to notice is that the teachers don't want to be completely honest. I don't know if it's a thing of they don't want to scare the students, they don't want to give too much information to students, or if they don't, unless they want to push an agenda. And the reason I say this is because, like I talked about earlier, and a teacher pretend like letting a baby die is okay, and that your hands aren't tied doing so. So, in about 15 minutes, Louder with Crowder will be live on YouTube, and I suggest you tune in. If you don't, that's cool. I'm going to tune in. That's why I'm going to try to end this stream soon. I think that's kind of important. I think it's important to go listen to both sides, but his program in particular, one, I'm a fan of it, and two, I think it's important because he always has struggled with copyright and being demonetized for things that really aren't controversial. They're factual. He had a video about Jesse Smollett get demonetized where, the guy was lying and he was made out to look like the bad guy. Or he was made out to look like a good guy who was attacked, and he really wasn't. So all I'm going to say, and like I said, I was going to end this in 2 minutes. I've already about to go into my third minute, is don't take an adult for their word just because they're an adult. I'm a firm believer in respect is earned, not given. So make sure to go out and have conversations with people and learn about them before you start giving them your respect. Age is nothing but a number. That is true. All right. Obviously, I'm not talking about, children having sex with adults. So don't someone soundbite me and then come at me 20 years from now saying, oh, you said age is nothing but a number. I bet you sleep with little kids. No. I mean, just because you're 60 does not mean you know more about the world or are morally correct than someone who is 20. Respect is earned, not given. What have you done to earn respect? And, I march. Well, that doesn't mean anything. What did you march for? What you marched for, was it factually supported? Or was it emotionally supported? Okay. I don't think that you're a good person just because you were a soldier. I don't think you're a good person just because, you helped a granny cross the street once. I think being a good person is something that you always have to do. It doesn't always have to be through your words. All right, you don't have to say good day to every person you pass in the hallway on the way to work or through school. But it should be not treating anyone like they're not a person. And that doesn't mean don't tease people, and that doesn't mean, don't be a little mean to your friends, because obviously they're friends and they should be able to take it. It just means that be there for people even if they're not your friend. And get to know people and learn to respect them. Don't just give them respect. There's a difference between human respect and intellectual respect. Everyone deserves human respect as a human, to have rights, and to be treated as if they are more than just a bundle of cells. People should be treated like people. But intellectual respect is earned. So let's stop, as a younger generation, listening to people tell us respect your elders and respect adults just because. I'm not saying be a dick, but I am saying make sure your voice is heard equally to theirs, because your voice is just as valuable. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this stream. This has been the Post Millennial, and I'll see you guys in the next stream, hopefully soon. Subscribe, like, and comment when the stream goes up. And I'll see you guys in the next stream, episode 3. See you guys.